Hello everyone. So today is going to be another kind of deep video, sort of, really. And I forgot actually what the video was going to be about, but but I've got some quotes here anyway, and some stuff that I'll show you and probably talk about. Just, I don't know, random stuff. So here we've got some great quotes I posted on my community. You can check it out. So the first one, which is, I think, I've got two of each. This one. So inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person, I hate the word person, really, another man or woman, that would be a better word, or event to control your emotions. Pema Chodron, I don't know who that is exactly. Someone that's probably quite well known, probably a Freemason in the secret society, but it's a good quote nevertheless to take. So never ever let another man, woman control your emotions or dictate who you are. And this is another good one. This is an important one because normally when people do things that they need to do for their mental health or something, they always feel guilty for doing it, and you should never ever feel guilty. If you need to do something for your mental health or your well-being, you should never ever feel guilty, even if it, because it will get into legalese and law, and I'll talk about that shortly. But stuff like this, the things you should never apologise for. Needing some time alone. If someone wants to, if someone says, "Oh, do you come with me?" and let's hang out or whatever, or even, "Oh, you've got to go somewhere and do something," and you've got to be around people. You should be able to have that opportunity and that ability and that right as a human right. It should be a human right, needing some time alone, needing some time to yourself, to self-reflect on yourself. I need time alone a lot of the time. Most times actually I need to be alone to self-reflect on everything. Yes, I like to have social bonds as well, but that needing time alone is important in my opinion. Saying this is a big one, massive one. Don't be afraid to say no. Never be afraid to say no, because this is, especially in this time when they want to get you, when they want to force something into your body that you have no idea what you're putting in and what's in those ingredients, and now they are brainwashing and manipulating people into putting some poison into their body, and they have no idea what it is. No idea what it is and what it's going to lead to in the next couple of years. It's saying no. People feel guilty for saying no. We've been indoctrinated that really to say no you might hurt someone's feelings, when actually you need to put your own feelings first as well as other people's. But no, saying no is hard these days. You can feel guilty for it, and you shouldn't. We should be able, because we live in a world full of deception and lies and evil people running the world. Absolute disgusting, vile people that are at the top running everything at the moment. It's something, if they're asking you to do something, especially, and you don't want to do it, but you feel like you have to, that is where the line draws of you unable to say no when you want to say no, but you can't. We live in a world where we think that some man and woman can rule over another man and woman, and that's the concept of the human mind, because it's been indoctrinated and corrupt by the world around us and everything we've seen, and it's been going on for a very long time. And obviously, that awareness is gone. Now, these are not selfish. I don't think these are selfish at all, because you're on this earth as well. You're important as well as other people around you, who are also important. But in order to help other people around you, you need to help yourself first. Because if you're helping people around you and you have all these mental illness problems and all these not mental problems, that's the wrong word to use, horrible things going on in your mind and these worries, and you can't even control yourself, how can you help other people if you can't even help yourself? So you need to help yourself. So your priorities do need to come as well. I thought that was quite interesting. Your opinions and beliefs, this is a massive one. This is what they want to get rid of. They want to get rid of opinions and beliefs. Look at the Georgia Guidestones. They talk about a world court, and they talk about a religion, right? And unite humanity with all sorts of stuff. I'll go into that shortly. I'll actually do it after this. I'm going to do it in the same video. Your opinions and beliefs. Yeah, they want to get rid of opinions. No, you don't have an opinion anymore. You have a theory out there. You've got to accept the mainstream narrative. You can't have a different theory. If you don't agree with putting something into your body, you're deemed not a nice person and not a nice man or woman. Well, say person. Might as well say person, because you don't want to put something in your body in their eyes. But if and you're deemed crazy, and you can't do that, and now that if you don't do that, people are gonna, the average Joe or Margaret's gonna think that you're disgusting because you might catch the virus. Do you know what I mean? So because you have that opinion, and you can't, because we know that everything in this world is a lie. It is a fucking lie. Everything we've been taught at school, to college, to uni, everywhere is a lie. And we have to kind of be reborn again, because the world is such a deceiving place, and it's deceptions everywhere. And it's even gone into, obviously, from higher ups right into mainstream society. And it's everywhere now. We can't escape it. They've literally infiltrated everywhere. So yeah, your opinions and your beliefs are very important to you and to everyone around you. And everyone needs to accept their own opinions and beliefs. And we all need to accept each other, right? And we bring ideas. That's the whole point, bringing ideas together. And there should be never, ever any limit on what you can and can't think. What you can think. There should be no limit, but obviously they've created boundaries in this world where we have to, if we go beyond a certain boundary, we're not allowed to talk about it. It's crazy. That's propaganda. That's a dictatorship. That is worse than a dictatorship and a propaganda, and all the evil shit they're doing is worse than anything we can imagine from what we've seen. So that's my view on it. Telling the truth is a big one. Yeah. Be true to yourself. Be true. Definitely. The truth. If you're true to yourself and everything you say is true, and what you believe in is true, why I'm doing this is because I want to get the word out about what I think about the world to everyone else. And I want to try and make the world a better place. That's for me. And I do that because I feel good about myself doing that. And that's what matters. Because you can make other people feel good around you. Telling the truth is very important. You tell a lie, it can destroy you. Lies do build up in your subconscious mind, and it's like, and it can be mentally draining. So yeah, telling the truth, be true to yourself at least. Anyway, it doesn't mean just spurt out everything that you think, but be true about what you believe in. Let people know what you believe in and what your opinions are. Having high expectations, things you should never apologise for. Having high expectations. I don't agree with that one so much. I don't know about that one. Having high expectations. I think that one can be quite bad, in my opinion, because that's like saying you could have a high expectations in the way someone looks or the way someone is in society. And I think in this day and age, people have too high expectations, and that's what's causing people to get mentally well. And that's what the powers that be, the Freemasons, or the one we even call it Satanists that worship Satan, that rule this world, want. They want people with everyone to have high expectations. So everyone has high expectations on each other. Therefore, they have to act like a certain way and not be themselves. And that's what they want, because they don't want people's opinions and beliefs. They want high expectations. So I don't agree with that one. However, you can have, I suppose, high expectations for good stuff like your own personal beliefs and spiritual awareness and environmental awareness, for that matter, as well. This one is a very interesting quote taken from the Bible. Happy are those who do not follow the advice of the wicked. Happy are those who do not follow advice of the wicked. Think about that. I'm not, I think you guys as well, you're obviously on my channel and you watch my videos, you know that I definitely am against anything that is evil and wicked in this world. The agendas that are taking place at the moment. Very good quote. Because, yes, you may be fed up and upset that you found out what the world really is, but think about it. The reason, you're obviously, how do I put this? You know things that most people in this world don't. And there's a reason for that. Obviously, you're chosen for that, for whatever reason. You're here for a cause, I think. I think if you know what's going on and you see what the world really is, that is for a reason. And I believe that's why I see the world the way I do. And I see how corrupt it is. Because God's chosen me to see that and to aware people, kind of like a messenger. And I think everyone is the same that is awake and realises what's going on and doesn't want this new world order that's rolling out in Agenda 2030 and all the bollocks they've got planned ahead and all the wickedness and the evil that goes against any of God's creations, any of the Creator's creations, against nature and everything. They've corrupt everything. And I'll get on to all the celebrities and the even, like, I suppose young people, the kids and the teenagers these days that have got to grow up in this world and not realise what they're doing, really. So, taking a little bit here from something that's quite interesting. It kind of, you take this as you take it. It's a bit of a I'm not quite sure, but I find this first sentence very interesting anyway. Remember, from the moment you entered into this world, the universe was rigged. Everything was crafted individually in your favour. A beautiful journey awaits you. With faith and trust, I pray you are healed most divinely. I thought that was quite interesting, that. It said everything in this universe was rigged is quite weird, isn't it? It says something like that. Everything was crafted individually. Now they talk about crafting Freemasonry, don't they? The Luciferians. I pray you are healed most divinely. Yeah, I kind of agree with that last bit. I pray you are healed most divinely. I pray you complete yourself with such intense self-love that you are your own dose of oxygen, and may you experience the most sickening feeling of love you have ever felt. Most striking, sorry. Not sickening. The most striking feeling of love you have ever felt. Yeah. Just some little important words, quotes taken. Obviously, some of them are a bit. This one's interesting though. Inner peace begins the moment you do not allowed to allow another person or event to control your emotions. Your emotions are very important, guys. They're very important because they kind of define who you are as a man or a woman. Anyway, yeah. So I haven't done this in a while. I've done a couple of videos on the Georgia Guidestones in my past videos, but recently, as I've got more awareness of what they are, I thought I'd probably go through them again. And obviously, to anyone that's new, we can look at them. So obviously, you don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are. They're erected in Georgia in 1980, 666 years after the first Grand Master of the Knights Templar's death, and also 40 years before after the night. Sorry, so they were erected in Georgia on 1980, 666 years after the death of the first Grand Master of the Knights Templar, and they were also erected 40 years before the last Independence Day of the UK. On, lo and behold, 322, Skull and Bones. Let's read them. So these are the 10 Commandments, and they're written in 5 different languages on them. We can see here, look, we've got some graffiti on. You will not succeed. Jesus will beat you, Satanists. Defeat the New World Order. Better to burn them down, really, in my opinion. So the 10 Commandments are these. Let's read them. So the first one is maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. So that's the most alarming one that people get worried about. And, you know, if you think about the 7.5 billion people in this world, well, if these 10 commandments go in line with the Agenda 2030 and even 2050 maybe for that matter, well, even 2050, I mean, that's only less than 30 years away. It's not that long. Even that's crazy for 7 billion people to disappear. It's definitely in our lifetime, isn't it? 30 years away. Most of our lifetimes anyway. 7 billion people. And even worse if it's 2030. 7 billion people to disappear by 2030. You know, think about what people are taking at the moment. Think about the agendas they've got planned ahead. Think about what the World Economic Forum's doing with the cyber attack, cyber polygon, and the exercise they're doing. Think about where it's going. Very interesting one. Guide reproduction wisely, of course, you know. Population control again. Contraception. Improving fitness and diversity. This reminds me of that Brave New World where they have lab-born babies, and in the future, I've done a video on it where the BBC article showed they developed the first artificial womb where babies can be grown without having a mother and a father. So a man and a women in the future could be born in an artificial womb, and they're artificially made humans. And in the movie Brave New World, everyone in the world is a artificial human. It's the improving fitness and diversity means me thinking that there'll be a better, well, quote unquote better, quote end quote, not really better, probably will lack compassion and spirituality and, you know, and all the love maybe even, but they'll be fitter and more diverse, so they'll be stronger, probably even more intelligent. And that makes me think that they want a controlled population. So when you think of the 500 million, maybe they want 500 million, eventually want 500 million artificial humans. That's their humanity. They don't want the natural born humans like you and I. I've actually thought that some celebrities might be artificially born, as crazy as that sounds. And that's why they are where they are. They don't seem human to me anymore. Anyway, they seem like a different breed altogether, but that's another, leave that for another video. Unite humanity with a new living language. We can see that taking place now. Whether it's English or not, I don't know. But yeah, that'll happen. Raw passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempted reason. Oh yeah, quick, just going back to the diversity one as well. Yeah, diversity, of course. It's obviously they want one race, and I think what they're doing is I see Brazil as the model of what they want. Oh, I just cannot stand that country the way it is. But yeah, that's look at Brazil. It's all diverse and everything. I've got nothing against diversity and everything and all that at all. I'm not trying to sound like a racist, but I think they do want a one kind of like mixed race. So they want to get rid of the white people, they want to get rid of the black people, and they just want a mixed race. Like a Brazilian, Spanish, Portuguese. That's just my take on it, and I'm not saying it's definitely true. It probably isn't. It's just my take on it, and no, I'm not racist. Before anyone says that's not me being fucking racist. That's just my theory on it. Because it says diversity there, and it's written there. Roll passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempted reason. Roll passion, so they want to roll passion, they want to roll faith and tradition, and all things with tempted reason. So if you've got a faith that you believe in, and I've heard this is quite scary because that is that X Factor judge that exposed the Freemasons and the satanic one-eye religion, all-seeing eye, that all celebrities are part of, and he goes down even into society by the seams of it. Well, think about it. If they don't want you believing in Jesus, if you believe in Jesus Christ in the future, it might not be allowed, might be against the law, because they want a one world religion, don't they? One world religion, one government, all this part of their New World Order agenda. And they want traditions, so it's all going to be controlled, obviously, for a tempered reason. Protect people and nations with a fair law and just courts. This one's interesting. This one goes back to the if you have a religion, it could be punishment. And in the X Factor judge that exposed Freemasonry, he talked about how in 2021 there's something called the smart guillotine. The smart guillotine. And he said maybe that if you believe in some stuff like Jesus Christ, or you have a certain religion that they don't want, well, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. There you go. External disputes. Think about it. It's quite scary when you look into it. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. I'm going to have to look more into that one. Balance personal rights with social duties. So again, look, this reminds me of the social credit system in China. In order to get rights, you have to have a social credit score, a good social credit score. That by means you have to be a good citizen, you have to work in society. In their eyes, you have to do what the government says and be a good government citizen. And that's your social duties in order to gain access to personal rights. So if you don't do your social duties, say if you go against the government, well, probably not going to get personal rights and probably won't be able to survive in this new world order that they want to create, this dystopia future. This one is very strange. Prize truth. What, do we get the truth eventually? Do the chosen ones in this new world order get the truth? Beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Very interesting. Makes you think of something like a super being or something, or they want to create super beings more advanced than what we're capable of. Be not a cancer in this earth, leave room for nature, leave room for nature. Isn't it weird? I find it very, very, very strange how they have be not a cancer, yet and to put nature in the same commandment. Cancer and nature in the same room. Why would you? They're two different things out there. And it makes me think, what do they really mean by cancer? Do they mean people like us? What they call, is it useless eaters? The public? Is that what they see as cancer? Because what's cancer got to do for leave room for nature? You know what I mean? Don't make any sense, does it? Cancer, be not a cancer on the earth. So say if it was the actual diseased cancer, what's that got to do for leave room for nature? Do you know what I mean? Think about it. So by definition of cancer, what do they really mean? Yeah. So they're there. Of course, when you look at the bird's eye view, it's an X as well. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to making the next video.